Welcome to the transducer and the instrumentation virtual lab. Now we are going towards the experiment number 6, that is weight measurement using strain gauge. Now this is the whole setup exactly for the weight measurement through strain gauge. But this is a test specimen on which the strain gauge has been stuck, which has been connected to a fourth branch of the Wheatstone bridge, and these are the resistor values which are connected in the other branches, which are of the same value, which are being shown here, and you can make it enter the resistance value as per your own choice. Through this window you can get different material strain gauge. As per we have got the example as aluminum, copper, steel, magnesium and bronze. Now corresponding to the input which you give, that is material and the resistance, you will be getting the output as voltage difference here, change in length, gauge factor, strain, change in resistance, Young modulus, measured weight. Now to this knob you can change the weight, and this is the button for the start. As you click on this LED will be grow up to green, and this is the stop button to stop your experiment. Now I have to start the experiment. I'll be starting this experiment through this button, that is run. Now through this way we are in the position to do the experiment. I'll be clicking this start button, which this LED will indicate us that now perform the experiment. Now first of all I will decide which material I want to take to be as the strain gauge material. So I take steel to be the material of the strain gauge, and I hope as in make this resistance to 122, and now I change the weight as per my choice. Suppose I make it 2. Now as I will make this weight to 2 kg, you will see a weight is been hung. This is just the representation of the 2 kg weight you hung here in the test specimen. Due to this weight there will be a certain change in the test specimen, and due to this specimen there will be a change in the length of the strain gauge, and as per the change in length the change in resistance is also been calculated. So as I hung the weight on the specimen, these voltage difference, change in length, gauge factor, strain, change in resistance, Young modulus and the measured weight has been calculated. Now if suppose you want to take the strain material something different, suppose I took aluminum as the strain material, now you will be again see that there will be a change in the output values. Now again I want to increment the weight. Suppose I make it 3. Now you will see that due to the large weight, again this test specimen bend more in comparison to the 2 kg weight. Due to this change, the length of the strain gauge is also increasing, and since the change in length is there will be a change in resistance, and the measure has been calculated this side. Now suppose I again increment some weight here. I make it to the maximize. Suppose I make it to the 7. You will see the more weight is being hung there this side, and there will be a more strain on the test specimen, due to which it will bend more, and the strain gauge there will be a more change in length in the strain gauge. Corresponding to that the change in resistance calculated, and corresponding to that the measured weight has also been calculated. So through this way we understand how exactly strain gauge works and how exactly the weight measurement is being done using the strain gauge. As per the change, the true value and the measured weight has been calculated. So there will be a graph. You will see that there is a graph which is being plotted against the true value and the measured weight. So I hope you understand the full concept of this weight measurement using strain gauge. Now once you are over with your experiment, there is a stop button. As you click this stop button, your experiment will be stopped. And suppose you don't understand the experiment, then the step-by-step procedure is here. You can follow this procedure and can do the experiment as many number of times as you want. So in this way we understand how exactly the strain gauge works and how exactly it been so handy in the weight measurement. It has got a wide number of applications in the industries when it comes to the weight measurement. So in the last, I hope you understand the full weight measurement concept, and thanks for listening this tutorial.